Hey guys, this is Kevin from JazTime.com, and today we'll be reviewing the Rolex Explorer II, reference number 16570. We'll be going over the price, the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Okay, so as of December 2017, this watch has been discontinued, so you will not be able to find this from a Rolex authorized dealer. If you are still interested in trying to purchase one of these watches, we can try to get one for you used here at JazTime.com for a market value of around $5,000. Of course, that pricing is subject to change from this date of this video. Okay, so one thing to mention is that as I said, this watch was discontinued, as this watch was actually in production since 1989, and that was discontinued to make room for the Rolex Explorer II 216570, which is the newer style model of this watch. And you can take a look at it on our website or with the link below in the description. Okay, so what we have here is what for older Rolex watches, specifically for the Explorer II, we call this the polar dial, and that's just a name given as the dial is just a simple white dial. The difference from this one from previous Explorer II models, even more vintage than that, is that they've actually added a nice contrasting black outline on the each hour markers, so you can see that nice contrasting pop of each hour marker, making the visibility much more easily viewable during the day. And at night, we even have luminous hour markers on the dial. Of course, as this is an older style of Rolex, the hour markers are a little bit smaller than typical modern Rolex dials. Usually the hour markers on more modern dials are 30% larger, but these still look very nice against the dial. It doesn't take up too much real estate on the dial itself. One thing to mention is that the hands themselves are black outlined, once again, so you have that nice contrasting pop against the white, and also they're luminous as well, so they do glow in the dark. The same can be said about the GMT hand, and Rolex made an interesting design choice, making the GMT hand a red, as to not keep the watch in such a monotone color of just black and white, and the red really adds a nice contrast against that dial and really gives something to look at. Okay, so moving on. Actually, before we move on, the dial color that you can actually get this is not only the polar or the white. You can actually also get it in the black as well. Of course, still same thing is that these can only be found used and not brand new anymore. Okay. One thing I want to mention is that the date window is located at the 3 o'clock position. I do apologize. I'll go ahead and move the hand out of the way here for you to see. There we are. So the date is at the 3 o'clock position, and it does have a Cyclops lens on top of the sapphire crystal for magnification and easier viewing of that date. Okay, moving on to the bezel now. The bezel is just a very simple fixed bezel has a 24-hour graduation, and it's been nicely brushed steel. As you can see, very nice. Very nice brush steel. When it catches the light, it actually catches it very nicely. And also on the outer edge of the bezel, we have this very nice high polish that kind of clings onto the side of the bezel, and it actually adds a little more shine to the watch when it's on your wrist. The case size we're looking at is a 40mm case size, so as your typical modern day submariner. So from an index finger to my thumb here, that's 40mm in diameter. Very nice size for this watch. Here's the side of the case, nicely high polish, and that high polish matching very nicely with the bracelet as well. Nice tapering of the lugs. The thickness of the watch is actually not too thick. It's actually a nice slim fit on the wrist and fits on the student dress cuffs very nicely. The crown protectors, nicely high polished as well, and same thing, patterns very nicely with the sides of the bracelet. We have the Rolex crown logo on the crown itself, as shown. Now for the crown functions, very simple crown functions. We'll go ahead and unwind counterclockwise, as this is a screw down crown. In its first position, you can actually wind the watch from a dead stop. 15 to 20 clockwise turns is all you need to get the watch going from a dead stop once more. One thing to mention is that the second function, once you tuck the crown out once, is the second function is the hour jump system, or quick hour jump system, in which only the hour hand moves independently of the seconds and a minute hand and of the GMT hand. This is also how you change the date as well, as shown. 2 revolutions of the hour hand, so 1 and 2 revolutions will change the date, so no instantaneous changing of the date just yet. Tugging the crown into the final position will stop the seconds hand and allow for setting of the minute hand. As you can see, minute hand can adjust whereas needed. And now I did mention that this watch does track it does have a GMT hand, so that does track 2 time zones. And how you would do that specifically is, let's just say you wanted to track, you're on a plane from London leaving to the Philippines, and you wanted to track the time in London and Philippines at the same time. So we would just move the GMT hand. Let's just say it's 10 p.m. 10 p.m. at 10 minutes past. So we would just move the GMT hand to that 10, or minute hand to the 10, press the crown back in, tug it back out. Now, of course, Philippines time is 7 hours ahead of London. So starting from London time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there we are, 5:10 p.m. 5:10 a.m. And we know London is 7 hours behind, and we have that GMT hand there to let us know that it is currently 10 p.m. in London. See, very simple feature, very nice to have. If you do typically go on a lot of business meetings and such, tracking 2 time zones is a very nice thing to have. It could even be used for, simple calculations such as East Coast and West Coast in the US. Okay, so always make sure screw the crown nice and tight in against the case, as you want to keep this watch water resistant. This watch, the Explorer II specifically, has a water resistance of 100 meters or 330 feet. Okay, moving on to the bracelet now. Bracelet is just a very simple oyster bracelet, very nice high polished, steel, brushed steel or a satin finished bracelet, as this is a sports watch. Typically, you can tell by the lugs on the case, you can see it's nicely satin finish and brushed steel as well, and it patterns nicely with the bracelet throughout. Usually, more dressier watches have more high polish on the bracelet and on the case, but as you can see, satin finish throughout the whole bracelet. Very nice. Old style clasp, which is trying to pattern the sort of same patterning of the oyster bracelet, placed on the clasp. The clasp itself is just a very simple safety folding oyster lock, and you can simply open it up as so. So this is the safety lock, and this is the folding oyster. Opens up as so, and you can see the Rolex name stamped onto those clasp blades. Very nice. One thing to mention about the clasp is that the clasp has adjustments for the bracelet as well. You can see the little indentation holes, and that allows for 2 millimeter increments of adjustment by a simple tool. You would just have to press in the bracelet pin at the top here, and you can adjust the bracelet however you would like, forward or back, inward or outward. Of course, you would adjust it according to the temperature of the day or the season. Such as hot summer days, your wrist might swell up and you don't want the watch to feel too tight in your wrist. You can give your wrist a little more breathability by adjusting the bracelet outwards, and vice versa for colder days. Okay, moving on to the movement now. The movement is housed in a simple oyster case backing. Specifically for the 16570, there's different configurations for the movement, as the more older models, more vintage models from 1989, I believe, to the early 2000s, they were running the old style GMT movement, which was a 3185 movement, which was still a perpetual mechanical self-winding movement. Still had that precision of +2, -2 seconds a day, and a superlative chronometer as stated from the 6 o'clock position of the watch. That means it's in Swiss certifications. And older styles of the Explorer II started to have the newer style GMT movement, which is a 3186 movement. Okay, But regardless, the movements, the power reserve of each movement is 48 hours. So you can put this watch down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Sunday afternoon, and it would be keeping time just fine. All right, so let me actually go ahead and show you this watch on my wrist now. So opening up that safety lock, opening up that oyster, nice stamp to Rolex name on there. There we are. So there's how the underside of the bracelet would look on the wrist. And there's the watch on my wrist. Okay. So if you liked the video or you're interested in purchasing this model for the lowest possible price, check out our website at JazTime.com with the lowest prices guaranteed. We offer a 1-year warranty. And if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at JazTime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.